Mandatory evacuation orders issued in parts of counties along Florida's west coast and even the east coast as Hurricane Milton churns through the Gulf of Mexico. The now Category 5 storm expected to make landfall close to midnight Wednesday into Thursday. Officials in Tampa being very blunt today. Leave or you are risking your life. ABC's Jacqueline Lee is covering the story from Tampa.
People in Florida racing against the clock as Hurricane Milton barrels towards the Sunshine State.
We've never seen anything like this before. This is the storm of the century.
Milton is expected to slam into Florida Wednesday night into Thursday morning, unleashing dangerous winds and record storm surge as high as 15 feet in Tampa. Evacuation orders in place. Officials saying if you stay, you might not survive.
Say you're in a single-story home. 12 feet is above that house. So if you're in it, basically that's the coffin that you're in.
The Tampa airport closed. Orlando's airport filled today with people trying to get out of danger. They will shut down tomorrow. Police escorting fuel trucks to keep gas stations up and running during the evacuation.
We're also working with companies like Circle K, Gate, Racetrack, Wawa, Shell, and Walmart to ensure fuel trucks are working 24/7 to keep fuel delivered as it comes into our ports.
A NASA astronaut capturing this footage of Hurricane Milton from his view aboard the International Space Station. Debris now a major concern after Hurricane Helene hit just 2 weeks ago.
Everything's projectile out here right now because everybody's house is on the front yard, and so all this is going to be pretty much missiles coming through. I'm not staying for this one.
President Biden saying evacuating is a matter of life and death.
This could be the worst storm hit Florida in over a century.
Tampa's mayor saying rumors and misinformation about the federal government's response to the disaster has been a lie.
Please don't get political on this. This storm is going to affect everybody, and we are getting the help that we need.
And we know the Florida Aquarium, which took on 3 feet of water during Hurricane Helene, has been moving animals to higher floors to hopefully keep them safe. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Tampa.
Now, from the KQ2 Weather Desk, your KQ2 Local Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Vanessa Alonso. Sponsored by Colony House Furniture and Bedding.
Vanessa, I am scared for Floridians with Milton, and the rhetoric we're hearing is how dangerous it is. We just heard it in the package. Someone called it the storm of the century. Why is it is it just the sheer size, Vanessa, of this storm that we're taking so many precautions?
It's more than just that, Mary Grace. It's the 15-foot storm surge that Tampa Bay could be experiencing. If Tampa Bay gets a direct hit from this major hurricane, this is going to be the strongest hurricane this area of Florida has experienced in over a century. And this storm has gotten its act back together. Earlier this morning on Hometown This Morning, this system was going through an eye wall replacement cycle in which the outer eye wall replaces the inner eye wall. And when it did that, it just got its act back together, and now we have a Category 5, 65 mile per hour hurricane. As of the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center, it is projected to make landfall sometime tomorrow night and then quickly race through central Florida, bring in hurricane force winds, heavy rain, storm surge. My stomach is in knots thinking of how the devastation is going to be when all of this is over. So something we'll be watching, keeping you updated on. Back here at home, quiet weather for us today. We topped out at 77 degrees. As we head into tonight, temperatures are going to be dropping down into the 40s, around 45 degrees, mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, the 80s will be making a comeback as high pressure moves off to the east, and those southerly winds will allow us to get back up into the 80s for the rest of the work week before another cold front cools us down for Sunday into early next week. Mary Grace.
Thank you, Vanessa.